For 25 years, Trailnet has worked to improve the quality of life for our community. Joining us, our Director of Programs, Cindy Mense, and Education and Encouragement Manager, Taylor March. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us, Sarah.
So we're going to talk about the survey that you're currently doing, but before we get into the details of that, I really want to sort of set the stage and remind people. They've heard them, including myself, who I hear Trailnet all the time, but then who may not know specifically what it is that you do. And I know you have this tagline, walking, bicycling, and public transit as a way of life. But what have you been doing for the past 25 years, in a nutshell, to set the stage?
Well, Trailnet, we built the first trails in the region, the Riverfront Trail and the first 6 miles of Grants Trail. Those are some of our first projects. They're bold. We also did the old Chain of Rocks Bridge and helped convert that into one of the longest pedestrian bridges in the nation. And so from that work, we moved on to working on advocacy and really promoting active transportation so that people could walk, bike, and use public transit in a way that they don't need to have a car.
Right. So is the overall goal, when you talk about just lifestyles, it really is using walking, bicycling, public transit as a way of life. So you don't have to get in the car. Is that essentially, unless you need to, is that essentially sort of the end goal and how you live and do that accessibly?
Yes, and we also, places that put people first are really places that are vibrant, and we really think that it can energize a community when walking and biking, and people are prioritized when they're on foot or on bike.
That's a good point. That's a good point. We're going to add to that, Taylor.
Have a place where people have that option. People have choices when they walk out their door.
Let's get into the survey that you're doing. We have a rendering, and maybe let's first start by describing the rendering, and then lead that into to what the survey is about. So let's take a look at that.
Okay,
we'll have
great.
it come up on the screen. So tell me about this.
Okay, great. So that rendering is something that Trailnet, we released it in November of 2016, and this represents a vision that we have for connecting St. Louis with a series of protected bikeways and high quality sidewalks. So what you'll see is on one side, you see that it's an upgraded sidewalk. There are some green features that allow for stormwater management, and then you see that we've taken a lane of traffic and dedicated it to people on bikes. And there, you'll also see upgraded sidewalk or connections at the intersection. The crosswalks are also connected, not just on one side, but on all 4 sides, with the intent that people are going to go to this area to walk and bike safely to get from place to place.
And so how does this correlate with the current survey that is open to the public to participate in?
So this vision that we have is to connect St. Louis with 12 miles of these protected bikeways and high quality sidewalks. But what we want to do, and we have a history, Trailnet, we have urban planners on staff, we do bicycle and pedestrian master plans, and we usually do it where the county or the city, the municipality is the customer. We want to do this for the public. So the survey is our opportunity to reach out to the public and to find out what are the priorities that, that people have for the region.
And so this is something that people can go to your website and to complete. And I know, Taylor, you have some data, some research that really backs a lot of where you're trying to go with this project.
Yeah, so the city of St. Louis has a pedestrian fatality rate that's about 4 times the national average. At the same time, we also have seen a 270% increase in the number of people who are biking for transportation in the city since the year 2000. So people are looking for an increased number of options in terms of how they get to work, and are also looking for connections that are safer than what they currently are. So we think that this vision really builds upon that need within the community.
All right, well, we've got the information there for you on the screen. If you want to participate in the survey, and we hope that you do, you can head to their website and do that. We've got it right there, Trailnet. You can go to all their social media, their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or email them or visit the website. But as we have in our next graphic, this is information for the survey. It's the Trailnet Protected Bikeways and Sidewalk Survey, community survey seeking your input on a new transformational project. It's now through May 31st. You can go to that URL, or you can connect to that URL through the website. But we're going to get into more of the nuts and bolts and the details of this after we take a quick break. So please stay with us. We'll have more after this break.